The Strong's Concordance number G266, hamartia, I've redefined as unbelief. This root word has 7 different inflections, or words. What's fascinating is this particular word isn't a sin, at least not in the way we've all been conditioned into believing what a sin is. I've redefined hamartia as rejection. Rejection unbelief isn't a committable sin, it's a terminal incurable disease that everyone is controlled by just because of being born. A brief summary of this is advantageous. Scripture tells us that rejection unbelief has always existed. Romans 5:13, for until the law sin, G266, rejection unbelief, was in the world, but sin, G266, rejection unbelief, is not imputed when there is no law. So hamartia was active when Adam and Eve were in the garden before the fall. But Romans 5:13 is a bit of a misnomer. The Greek word translated as law is nomou, or the law of belief. Not the written law, otherwise known as the 10 Commandments. Adam was told to not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, Eve wasn't. The patriarchy, biblically weak males, fucking boys, changed scripture to domineer over women. And because of that, they deceived and indoctrinated everyone centuries ago. Romans 7:9, for I was alive without the law, G35:51, nomou, once, but when the commandment came, sin, G266, rejection unbelief, revived, and I died. Anyway, I'm just yakking now, on with the lesson. Because everyone, child of God, the ecclesia, Jesus believer, the world, every person born with a human father, is G268, controlled by the disease of rejection unbelief, it's technically not a committable sin, so it isn't forgiven. G268 is mistranslated as sin as well. Scripturally, it's a state of being and not a committable sin. Rejection unbelief is our inability to fully trust, or believe God. When Adam alone disobeyed God, he spiritually died, and because of that, every person ever born with a human father is born spiritually dead. Spiritual death, also known as hamartian, redefined damnation unbelief, another inflection of G266, is the only sin Christ died for. But when we take our first breath, we spiritually die, and we inherit the disease of rejection unbelief. Romans 7:13, was then that which is good made death unto me? God forbid. But sin, G266, rejection unbelief, that it might appear sin, G266, rejection unbelief, working death in me by that which is good, that sin, G266, rejection unbelief, by the commandment might become exceeding sinful, G268, controlled. I can go on, but this should be enough to piss anyone off. But that's often a sign that you're pushed to think in new ways and question your indoctrination, which can be a valuable and necessary thing in any spiritual growth. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates.